Hello and welcome to another edition of the Monday MOOcast. We've made it to episode 25. Congratulations, guys!
Yay!
Yeah, this is Mike, and as always, I'm joined this week by Zombie Greg.
How's it going?
And
Andrea.
And we are, we just had some Subway, so we're feeling good. And we're watching some gameplay of Andrea this week on our video version. She's playing some Halo here.
Yeah,
and this ties in well with the games that we've played this week. So, Andrea, you've obviously been playing some Halos.
I did. I finally got the game.
Congratulations.
I haven't played it as much as I would have liked to, but I finally started the campaign.
You like it?
Yeah, it's really good. So I only made it through the first level.
Sure.
However, I really liked that opening sequence. It almost felt like I was watching a movie, and then as soon as I finished the level, it's not really a spoiler, but like the Halo 4 comes up, it's like, ooh.
It's very cool, yeah.
So now I've crash landed on a mysterious planet, and I'm pretty sure Cortana is dying.
She's going crazy. Anyway.
So, so I finally started that. This footage is actually, I saved it in theater mode. This is my very first attempt at SWAT in this game. Did okay. Not bad for a beginner, but, that's Halo.
Have they kept the SWAT feel for you in this one? Because I know that you really liked it in the previous games.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for a SWAT Magnums option. I really hope they bring that back. Does it exist?
It doesn't exist yet.
Oh.
They haven't said. All they've said thus far is that they're going to keep updating the playlist based on what people post in the forums, and they said they're going to have tons and tons of variants. I don't know exactly what that means, but the first one was this normal SWAT mode, and I forgot what they said they're going to add this week. Oh, snipers, team snipers, is the next one in the hopper. And I don't know what's going to be after that. But
okay, well, I hope they bring SWAT Magnums back, because I really enjoyed it. I know these two don't.
Ooh, nice shot.
Thanks. What else? Let's see.
Yeah, I think you're missing one other big game that you've played this week.
Well, yeah, I was going to comment more on Halo.
Okay.
It's different that you can use, you have an option of the DMR or the battle rifle, the burst fire.
Yeah.
And I tried the battle rifle for a while, not in this game, but it was different. I think I'm used to the DMR after playing so much Reach, but I'm still kind of on the fence of like which one I pick. The DMR for sure, but so I don't know. Did you guys try the battle rifle with the SWAT?
Yeah,
it's a different feel.
Yeah, I have played with the battle rifle. I am a conscientious objector to any gun that does not allow me to change between auto select fire rate. I hate it. I hate when a gun makes me play with burst, so I usually don't play with it for that reason alone.
Oh, okay.
And I think, like you, I'm used to the DMR after so much time with it. And so if I'm going to play SWAT, especially, I'll probably play with the DMR most of the time. But it's a fun gun, the battle rifle. It's fun.
Yeah.
I like it in, objective modes, like capture flag, stuff like that. Greg, have you played with it at all?
What?
The battle rifle.
No, I don't like the battle rifle at all.
You don't?
No.
Why not?
I like DMR, I like single shot.
Yeah.
I apologize in advance, folks, if I sound weird.
Weirder, you should qualify that.
One of the children I work with infected me.
Infection!
New zombie!
So I kind of lost my voice a little bit. But anyways, games I've been playing this week.
Yeah.
Pretty much just Black Ops 2. Which was the big release, which I'm surprised you didn't mention, Andrea, because
I was getting
she was getting there.
I was getting there.
So, I've been playing that, and that's pretty much it. A lot of zombies. And trying to kind of figure out the Easter egg for transit, and it's not going at all.
Is there one?
There is. Oh. Yes, there is.
Okay.
But I don't know what to do. Like, Brian Stone and I have gotten to a certain point, and we don't know what to do after that. So
then you just keep killing zombies.
Yeah, so that's kind of how that's been going.
Are you happy? I'm sorry, Greg. I know that you really love zombies mode in the other Black Ops. So I was just going to ask, do you like what they've done with it? Do you think it's an improvement? Do you like transit? Do you like the?
Yes and no. I like the fact that the map is really, really big.
Yeah, it's huge.
I hate the fact that you have to pretty much wait for the bus.
Yeah.
Like, most of the time.
Okay.
When you can venture off into the fog, and that's where other like Easter eggy things are. But there's really not like a big area to run around or try and build up points or anything. Like it's a lot like Shangri-La.
Okay.
So it's very tiny, and they have all these cracks in the ground that like if you walk on them, you.
I don't like that. Yeah,
fire.
I don't like that at all.
So you can't like if you hit them, then you stop running. So you can't really like kite zombies, if you will.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll see. I hope that some of the later maps are a little better, and you don't need to wait for a stupid bus. So.
Are they coming out with more maps for zombies?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Okay. Probably as part of their map pack that we'll all buy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Good.
You know what I noticed with zombies? I haven't actually played it yet, but I've watched a little bit of the gameplay.
Right.
You can pick your difficulty now. That's new.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
not really anything special. Like easy mode, you just get more points for killing things.
That's it?
Oh, that's
I
it?
don't think you can take more damage.
Oh.
That's a lame.
Yeah. For me, what I would have liked to have seen is a mode where you can just turn everything off, basically, and maybe just, like, explore. Because, like, that map is so big and confusing.
Yeah, I would like that, too, even in the older ones. Like, just so you can learn where everything is.
Interesting. Like turn off the zombies?
Yeah, kind of like Forge mode in Halo. You can just kind of wander around the map.
Right. I don't know. Would that take away? I don't know. Would that take away from like the experience, the zombie experience?
No.
Well, not for you because you're
point.
like in it for the Easter eggs. And you want to find everything in the map.
It's a good point because I understand. It's the struggle.
Yeah, like for me, like I
yeah.
want to play it once in a blue moon. So like the fact that I don't know where everything is makes it more fun to me because then it's a surprise if I actually find something. I'm like, oh, there's a gun there. That's cool. Like.
You know what's sad? When you said Blue Moon, the first thing I thought of was Killer 7. That moon that's playing.
Oh, that's weird. The first thing I thought of was beer. I don't know.
The first thing I thought of was the doo-wop song "Blue Moon."
Interesting. Anyway.
A little psychological study here on the
Personality
MOOcast.
test.
Yeah. So, I haven't talked about what I played. It's much like what you guys have played this week because we've been inundated with the two hugest releases of the year, Halo and Black Ops 2. So I've been playing both of those as well. I'm a little surprised actually at my current love levels with both these games. I would say that I definitely am in love with both of them. But I was thinking after we did our last podcast that I would end up liking Call of Duty more than Halo 4 because I think I've said this and many times on our previous podcast. Like I'm not really a really good Halo player, so I have a good enough time with it. But if I'm going to put a lot of time into one of these releases, it was going to be a Call of Duty. I have played a ton of both of them over the past now 2 weeks. But I think at this point I'm actually leaning towards Halo 4 being my favorite of this season, which is a new one for me. It's usually the more kind of realistic military shooters for me, but I really, really love Halo 4 the more I play it. And I'm finding Call of Duty to be fun, yes, tons of fun with people that you know who are playing in the same party, but it's still a little frustrating for me. Still got that Call of Duty frustration for me, where if I have a couple bad games in a row, it's like, why am I putting myself through this? Like, I'm just spawning and dying right away. Especially when they get the matchmaking wrong, and you're like up against people that obviously do nothing but play Call of Duty Black Ops 2 like all day long. That's just frustrating.
Oh yeah, well, especially with this footage. Okay, I mentioned this before we actually started recording, but whenever I hit record on my computer to get the gameplay, it's not very good. And I did pretty well when I wasn't recording. So, this, I guess, what you see is about average for me.
That too.
Yeah, but I've been really enjoying Black Ops. I actually, at this point, Mike, I'm just the opposite of you. I'm leaning more toward Black Ops as opposed to Halo 4. But to be fair, as far as Black Ops goes, I haven't played any zombies. I haven't started the campaign, which goes against my usual routine, like I mentioned last week. Whenever I get a new game, I always start with the campaign. I made an exception for Call of Duty, but it threw me off for Halo. What am I doing? Because I started with multiplayer. So I guess I just need to play these games more. Black Ops, I just got it 2 days ago.
Right.
Well,
Me like it.
in terms of multiplayer, which I kind of wanted to get into a little bit, thoughts from you two.
Okay.
I've actually really enjoyed what I've played. It hasn't been a lot, but I think it's by far much better than any of the other Call of Duties I've played.
Is your spawn hatred diminished?
So far, yes.
Okay, that's good.
It is diminished. For the most part, I don't feel like I'm getting unfair spawns.
Okay.
I do think the matchmaking, like you said, could use some work.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I did play a couple games where it was
Oh, God.
spawn, die. But that wasn't the spawn
norm?
system's fault. That was the fact that we played a team that, like, knew where all the spawns were and just, like, camped the entire map.
Right.
I very much like the Pick 10 system.
Me too,
It's a
yeah.
really, really cool addition. So, I mean, if you are one of 2 people that haven't played the multiplayer yet,
So that'd be like the Dalai Lama.
I'm just saying, the game made $500 million for 24 hours.
Chances are you own it.
Chances are you owned it and have played it. You can pick 10 things to take with you into the battlefield. So, and each thing costs 1 point. So, you know, like your primary gun, your secondary gun, your 3 perks, that's 5. Then you'll have your 2 tactical grenades, your lethal grenade, and let's say you put 2 attachments there on your primary gun.
Right.
So you can pick and choose what you want. I mean, you can go into the battle with no grenades,
Right.
and that frees up 3 extra points.
Right.
Maybe you can put an extra perk on. Maybe you put another attachment on your gun, so you have 3.
Right.
It's just a really, really cool idea, I think, and it really allows for good customization options. In terms of the maps, I think the maps are pretty good so far.
Mm-hmm.
And the kill streaks, I think, are much, much better. I'm sorry, score streaks.
Whatever they call them.
are
Same
much
thing.
better in this Black Ops than they were in the first one. Because I find myself getting a lightning strike, which is just like, you know, jets flying over and blowing up certain parts of the map that I tell them to, and they actually kill people.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Mortar strike.
That's for
Black
sure,
Ops
yeah.
1.
Yeah.
And I enjoy how you get them. Like, I like the fact that you don't need to strictly get kills.
Right, you can capture a
You
flag
can-
or things like that. Yeah.
Like you get the score streak is based off of the points you get in each life. So, you know, kills obviously get you a lot of points, but if you capture a flag, that also counts towards your
Well, a
streak.
kill is generally 100, and capturing a point, I think, is actually 2. So it actually rewards you more for being a team player, which is awesome.
And I think, Andrew, you pointed out when we played last that you get more points for capturing an enemy flag.
Yes, you do.
You get 200 when you capture an enemy flag, 50 points for a neutral.
Yeah. And you get points for, like, all the types of assists you do. Like, if you have a UAV in the air and
I
someone
love
else.
that.
Yeah. You get
I feel
10
like I'm
points.
being helpful.
Right, it's awesome. It's very cool.
So, I mean, overall, I think my impressions are I really, really enjoy the Black Ops 2 multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really good. I'm probably going to spend a little more time with Halo 4 once I work my way through this a little bit more. But Black Ops 2 is very impressive. Campaign-wise, I think they're doing a good job.
Did you finish it?
I finished it.
Oh, you did. And I'm so
The endings, I liked both endings, actually. They're really good.
I'm not there yet.
It makes me wonder why a game like Call of Duty can get both of their endings right, but a game like Mass Effect
Oh,
just
stop rubbing it in.
No, I don't know. I like Mass Effect 3.
I know, we'll stop talking about that because we don't need to open it.
They're making another one, you know.
Step up.
Already.
Anyways.
Really?
We can talk about it later.
What was I saying? Oh, Zombies is cool, and multiplayer's cool. So, overall, so far, initial impression, first week of release, thumbs up. Treyarch, you did a great job.
Yeah, I really, really like it. I think it's my favorite one yet. In terms of multiplayer. I think Halo 4 might beat it, ultimately. I think ultimately I'll put more hours into Halo 4, maybe. But I'm definitely having fun with it, so it's definitely a bunch of fun for me, too. Except, if I may, just for 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Why is Rate Fire Select a level 10 gun perk?
I will say that's an odd decision.
I will say that's a dumb decision.
Because, like, Black Ops 1 had the credit system. So all you had to do was earn credits, and you could buy whatever you wanted. Everything was unlocked from the start.
Right.
But this is like, hey, here's a token. And
Right.
you can use this one token. Every time you level up, you get a token. You can unlock one thing.
Sure.
But
only on the things we say you can.
only on the things you say you can. It's like a combination of Black Ops and the Modern Warfare series. So
Right.
like you have to work your way through to a certain level to have the ability to unlock
Right.
certain things.
Right. And certain guns and things like that
Yeah.
don't unlock too.
It doesn't really make any sense to me. I'd like to see a return to the credit system.
They're not going to do it.
Well, but just like make or have like they have now, just like one unlock for
Oh yeah,
for everything, but you can unlock anything you want
absolutely,
from the start.
absolutely.
Although I do find it interesting, I guess Ghost is level 55.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So if you're gonna not like the only way to keep it is to not prestige.
Right. Yes, which is cool. I think.
Hostile UAV above.
Oh, before we get off of Black Ops 2, what is your guys' favorite, like, kind of setup thus far?
Mission almost complete. Don't quit now.
Like our class?
Yeah, like, what perks do you run with right now? Do you take extra grenades or no grenades? Because the pick 10, you can do a lot more customization, so I'm just wondering what you guys like thus far.
Well, I have the Val in my class.
Yeah,
which I like
single
a
shot.
lot. But I run no grenades.
Not yet. See, I do too.
I do have a tomahawk.
See, I do too.
No, War Axe.
Combat axe.
Really?
It's called combat axe.
Combat axe.
It's not a War Axe? What
called
the heck is that?
I have a tomahawk that I try and kill people with and fail miserably.
Yeah, I do too. But it's so fun.
But
just
it's
try.
fun,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna make a class with just knife only at some point.
What? Do you go faster?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I knew that was true because there was this guy last night who literally knifed me like 30 times in a match. Like, and I was like, "Why are you so fast?" He was running like the wind. Like he was running crazy at me.
One of those too.
Well, I mean, you don't have any guns or attachments, so then you can put all your points in perks.
I didn't.
You can
I
have
didn't even.
6 perks.
I didn't even realize that.
Above.
He was crazy fast.
I might do that because that's the only way to get like the knife camos.
Exactly. Yeah. So, like, make a commando knife class.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
That's
Well, but,
that sucks.
I know, but like, you would be. Never mind.
Yeah.
You would be.
Anyway.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, okay, so let's take a second away from Black Ops 2 and let's talk about how dumb EA is again. So, so EA, I guess, does not like our rating system, Greg?
That's what this article says.
What do they want?
This is from The Escapist, and I guess the EA CEO, John
Riccitello? Riccitello.
Richie Rich.
Johnny
There you go.
Riccitello. He sounds like a mobster. Johnny
Like
Riccitello.
a mobster.
He is a mobster.
No offense, but
To
dude,
mobsters.
like a mobster. The game industry has a great responsibility to help consumers make informed decisions. And so he goes on. Where was he giving this? He was addressing a group of politicians.
Of course he was.
The most well-informed people about video games.
Oh, yes.
He talks about how while the ESRB currently rates retail games in North America, other regions have their own ratings, and digital games don't necessarily have any at all. So we need to, quote, move beyond the alphabet soup of game ratings towards a universal system.
What does he propose that should be?
Which is interesting because he also serves as chairman of the Independent Software Association Board, which I didn't know. But he feels that the gaming industry has a responsibility to create a consolidated, recognizable system of software ratings, making it easier for the consumer to stay informed.
Okay.
And his big quote here, which I'll read real quick. In the past 3 years, the audience for games has grown from roughly 200 million to over 1 billion. Virtually everyone on the planet who owns a phone can play a game. The Supreme Court has given us the same First Amendment rights as authors and filmmakers, a set of rights which we cherish.
It's too close. Fight harder.
But as we are so often told, with great freedom comes great responsibility.
Thanks, Spider-Man.
I was just going to say that.
To live up to that responsibility, we need to do a better job informing the consumer, no matter the channel, the platform, or the geography. We must adopt a self-regulated global rating system across every format games are played on.
Okay.
And to me, I think this is stupid. This is really stupid, and here's why. I mean, the ESRB was created in the early 90s.
Right.
So they're about 20 years old now.
Sure.
Like, I don't know what more can be done
Domination.
for a rating
Capture the
system. Like,
objective.
it's this nice, like, however big, like, what, 2-inch by 2-inch box or whatever?
Yeah.
On the front of every box.
Yeah, on the front and the back,
game,
it tells you the reasons why it's
that
rated.
says,
Yeah.
you know, what the rating is, why it's rated this way. If you have questions or concerns, go to esrb.org.
Right.
And so, I
Hostile
don't
UAV
understand
above.
what he proposes to do. Like, excuse me, I'm thinking about the movie industry
Sure.
in particular.
Enemy took Bravo.
Which, on a side note, I just saw Skyfall last night. You should totally see it.
Be advised, hostile care package inbound.
But like the MPAA, their ratings don't translate to Australia, I'm sure, or they
Not
don't
at all.
translate to
Europe.
England or
Yeah.
China or
Not at all.
Japan. Like, I'm sure they have their own sets of ratings
Right.
over there. So, if movies don't have a unified rating system, or music doesn't have
Right.
a unified rating system, why do video games need a unified
Be
rating
advised.
system?
Right. I think you get into a slippery slope here, too, for that very reason, because cultures are different. And let's be honest, like, the majority of big title games are made with the American consumer in mind, right? I mean, like, we buy, or Japanese, I guess, but if you're talking huge releases like Halo and Call of Duty, just because they came out in the last month, we could talk about them, they're geared towards American, like, sentiment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what we consider offensive or, like, allowed is completely different in our society than what Europe does, certainly, and what Asia does, certainly. So if we get into this debate where, well, everything should be rated the same, then I think you are going to run into some censorship problems down the road, because that's what happens in movies and in music. The other two entertainment industries that you just mentioned, Greg, like, there are a ton of movies that, like, get cut to pieces when they go to Europe from Hollywood,
Yep.
because Americans will deal with certain things that Europeans won't, or that Asians won't, just because it's a cultural difference. And if we then apply this to games, like, I'll tell you what, there would be no Call of Duty. Like, it would not be the same, because
Right.
like, Europeans do not like their violence, you know, like, in their entertainment. We do.
Well,
Like,
and
right or wrong, it's just what it is.
Right, just as an example, I remember Left 4 Dead 2 being released in Australia and
Right.
censored.
Right. To
And
pieces. Like, it looks silly. Yeah.
Like, it's a bloody mess in America, but
Right.
like in Australia, it's like completely stripped down and edited.
Losing
Like,
A.
oh god, blood.
Right. Yeah.
I
So.
didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, it's like ripped to
Interesting.
pieces. It looks silly. It just
So-
looks silly.
I don't know, like, I understand his
UAV
point, I
inbound.
understand him wanting to, like, promote video games as a legitimate medium,
And a global
and a
medium.
global medium,
Sure.
and I
Package
think
inbound.
that's noble and great, but at some point, like, what
Hostile
more
care
do you want
package
done?
inbound.
Like, you can't, are you going to
Losing
go to
A.
the UN and, like, propose this, that we need, like, a video game rating system?
Right.
Like,
And I wonder how much of this, you know, because he's a big shot and he's talking on the global stage to so many different people and so many different, like, he's wearing so many different hats, like you said, he's on the board of everything. I wonder how much of this is just, like, political pandering so that EA doesn't get in trouble
Yeah.
or something violent. You know what I mean?
and I'm sure that's a piece, too.
Right.
You know, because if he's talking to politicians...
Right, he's gonna be like, look, I'm in your camp, like,
sure
I'm
there are
worried
some
about the children.
lobbyists out there
Right.
Like, oh, video games are rotting your face off, and you're
Yeah.
gonna murder everything.
Right. Right. And then, like, let's just, like, take a step back and let's think about how much money Call of Duty and Halo just made in the past month. How many people are playing these games that are nothing but violence, like, all the time? Are any of us murdering anyone? Like, did murders go up in the last month? Like, I don't think so.
Well,
Friendly
No, they
UAV
didn't.
we'll talk
inbound.
about that after the show.
No, okay. Well, maybe you murdered someone, but I did not. Like, the games are, you know, they're still here. They're not
No,
going
it's
away.
true. Both Call of
Friendly
Duty and
counter
Halo
UAV
4,
inbound.
within 24 hours of each of their releases,
Care
combined,
package
they've
inbound.
made about, what, $750 million?
$1 million. Yeah. So, come on.
Yeah.
Mission clock about
I wish
to
I thought
expire.
Call of
Step up.
Duty.
Tell me.
Yeah, right.
So politicians
So,
are ridiculous.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, John.
Stop it. Stop your silliness.
Stop it.
But, yeah.
Stop your
Instead
silliness.
of, I guess what I would like to see instead is, instead of like this,
UAV
we need
inbound.
more like better rating systems, like promote what we have.
Right.
Like the ESRB does a fantastic job in my opinion.
Right. Let them do it.
So
You know, and it's ridiculous too. Like, if before we start talking about changing the rating system, why don't we talk about enforcing the actual one we have? Because I don't know about you guys, but I go to game stores quite a bit, and all the time there's like little kids buying stuff that they shouldn't be playing.
I know. It's
all the time.
unbelievable.
And it's not their parents buying them. Like, it's little kids going after school and buying things that they shouldn't. And I'm standing behind line with like a 10-year-old in front of me, like paying for Call of Duty, and I'm like, if I was the dad of a 10-year-old right now, I'd be like, I don't know if you should play that. Like,
you know what's interesting? It hasn't happened for a little while, but I would usually get carded for rated M games when I buy them. And I remember, you probably remember this, Greg, at Best Buy when you picked up Modern Warfare 3. Yeah. I was with you. There was that, like, it was probably about 10, and he was with his mother, and they were purchasing Modern Warfare 3. Like, what? I mean,
like, every parent has, the responsibility and the right to parent however they want. And if the parents are informed and they think that their 10 or 11 or 12 or 13-year-old, like, that's not a big deal, they think that they can handle it, then that's fine. Who am I to say, how you should parent your kid? That's your responsibility and your right. But all I'm saying is I've seen tons of kids. I've seen tons of kids at midnight releases that I've been at. I've seen tons of kids on weekdays right after school when I've stopped in after work or a meeting to go pick something up, buying these games. They do not get carded. No one asks them about, the ratings or, like, whatever. So, like, before we start to say, like, let's have a global censorship initiative, like, that's going to ruin my entertainment as, like, a 30-plus-year-old guy, like, how about let's take a step back and make sure that children aren't playing things they shouldn't,
Amen.
Anyways, I'm off my soapbox. So we are past the flood of flood. See what I did there? Of releases the past month. So Call of Duty is here. Halo 4 is here. So now let's start talking about the things that are coming after. And a couple of things that are coming after would be a new Hitman game that I know Andrea is excited about, and the new system, the Wii U. In the midst of all this crazy Halo and Call of Duty goodness, it came out last night at midnight, and people in North America are finally getting their hands on it. Not me and Greg, because we're still on the wait list, but other people are. So why don't we chat a little bit about these two things? So first of all, Hitman. So I haven't played that much Hitman. I know, Greg, you haven't played any Hitman, right?
I haven't played any Hitman.
Okay, but Andrea, you have, yeah?
Yes.
And tell us a little bit, like, why do you like it, and why are you excited for a new one?
It's very different from most of the games I play. I mean, Call of Duty, Halo, it's very, shoot 'em up. I feel like with Hitman, you really need a strategy.
Sure.
Part of the challenge is you have a level, you get a target or two, and you have certain objectives. Now there are multiple ways that you can go about eliminating your target. Now, ideally, you want to go in there, I should back up a little bit. When you complete a level, you get a rating, and ideally you want I think it's called Silent Assassin. Okay. So it's like you go in, you kill your target, done.
No one ever knows you were there.
Yes. And, so obviously you get points off if you kill civilians or something. So, so part of the fun for me is, I go in if there's you get a disguise,
right?
And it can be frustrating at times, certainly, but I like the challenge of figuring out what to do, and how to do it well.
Sure.
Because I mean, it's easy enough. Sure, you can go in there, get a mass murderer rating, which is a thing, and kill everyone and everything.
Good Lord.
But I mean that defeats the purpose. I mean, he's Hitman.
Right, killing defeats the purpose of killing.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Well, that's just what you said.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So I played Hitman 2.
PS2, right?
Yeah, PS2. I don't think I ever finished the game just because the last thing I remember was there's this snowy level in Japan. And there are all these mountains and there's blizzard. So you're walking, all of a sudden you see sniper has acquired target. Bam! You're dead. Game over.
That sucks.
Contracts was after that. I like that one better. I actually completed that one. I feel like the game overall was a little more forgiving because if you walk past people in your disguises, obviously they're a little bit alert because wait, I don't recognize this dude.
Right. He's bald and he has like a barcode on his head.
Yeah. So I
That's
feel
different.
like in Hitman 2, you could just be facing someone's general direction and you'd be caught. It's like it was so.
Right.
It was unfair. So Contracts was a little better. So What was that? Oh, Blood Money was after that one.
Yeah.
Actually, never played that one. But I would really like to play this one, just because I hear it's supposed to be the best Hitman yet, and I haven't played Hitman in a very long time. And, I'm just looking forward to something new, but something old, too. So it's like, bringing an old favorite game back.
Right.
With modern twist on the Xbox.
Right.
So,
You are clear
yeah,
for contact.
I'm really looking forward to it. I don't think, am I going to run out and get it on Tuesday when it comes out? No, but I would like to eventually add it to my game library at some point. Just because now I have Halo and Call of Duty to keep me busy for quite a while. So
Probably,
yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Cool. And the Wii U. So, Greg, you and I are on the wait list.
Of course you
We're
are.
on the wait list for the Wii U. What are you looking forward to in Wii U?
Rayman Legends.
Man, you're up on that game.
Dude, I played the demo. I don't know if I mentioned this on the show, but I played the demo at the midnight launch of.
Oh, actually, so did I. I saw it the next week at Call of Duty. My
Yeah,
GameStop
did
had
you
it.
play the Black Betty level?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fun.
that was
It was
amazing.
very fun.
Oh yeah, you did mention that. Yeah.
There's on the show.
I
don't want to be.
No, I don't think you. No, I don't think you
Okay,
did.
well,
Really?
Sorry if I am a broken record, but
Okay.
there's a tutorial level where like you're Rayman, you're just running to the right, and you have to like time your jumps and your punches as you're going along, and the music in the background is Black Betty. And so, like, anytime you punch something, like, there's a cymbal hit, or, like, when you jump and land, there's, like, a drum hit. And then you have the enemies singing in gibberish.
It's very
like
cool.
The Black Betty melody. It was just really well done and very clever. And it's like, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
It looks way better than Mario.
Well, right.
Because,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Poor Mario's getting a little stale.
So we'll see. I'm sure I'll probably get that game as well, because it'll be fun, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I know you were looking forward to Zombie U.
Oh, Zombie U. If ever there was a game to sell a system, it would be Zombie U. Looks so awesome. I want to play it so bad. So bad.
Well, hopefully soon,
I know.
but probably not. I mean,
No, probably
when
not.
I've heard that everything can sell out in like minutes.
Yeah.
So,
It's going to be a while.
yes.
It's going to be a long
See,
while.
okay, and that's the thing I don't get too. It's like, okay, brand new system.
Yeah.
Don't you think that they would have more copies of it, or more consoles? Like, come on,
You'd think.
really? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, like, it makes sense to me a little bit. Like, you don't want to make so many systems that
They
you
don't
know,
sell.
It doesn't sell. Like, maybe the
Sure.
Wii U becomes a GameCube and doesn't sell.
Well, plus they lose money. Like, especially on the first run, they're losing money on all these. So it's not a good business model to make extra. Like, you need to make... And actually, like, it's also good to stoke people's, like, desire for it by not having it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
like if you make just this much underneath what you know they'll probably buy, then you start making your money back so that you can fuel the next level of production.
Right.
And then people are psyched about it because they're like, I didn't get it. Oh, where is it? You know, and then they go crazy for it.
That's
So,
true.
It's disgusting, but that's what they do.
It's all a game.
That's what they do.
I'm looking forward to it, so I hope I get the chance to get one soon.
Yeah. What do you? Are you gonna sell stuff for it to get it?
I already did.
Oh, what'd you
Oh,
sell?
well,
I sold my Wii. Dude, I don't have it. I got $50 for it.
I gotta go
Seems
do
like
that.
a lot.
That doesn't seem like that much.
No, I mean, for a system that's been out for a couple of years. And
Yeah, they're
I
still
don't-
offering it too at GameStop if you put it towards your Wii U. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that with mine too. Ooch. Ooh, there's an evil final kill cam.
So, yeah, Wii U.
Yeah,
Wii U.
Wii U.
That was a voice crack right there.
You're becoming a man.
Yeah.
Okay, so Time Splitters. Andrea, did you ever play Time Splitters?
No, but my brother Dave, I think that was one of the games he liked.
Oh,
Actually,
God.
no, I take back. I did play a little bit. I think it was on the GameCube.
Yep.
I see why people like it.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
I
so-
barely played it. I think my total Time Splitters game time probably totals 15 minutes. But
Time Splitters was
I'm familiar
the
with
bomb.
the game a little bit.
Time Splitters 1, Time Splitters 2, oh, it was the best.
I think that was the one I played.
Greg, Time Splitters?
I only ever played a little bit of 2. One of my friends had it on GameCube.
It's so
and,
good.
I enjoyed it a lot. It was a lot of fun. The reason we bring it up, and I apologize, this will be a repeat from my Mario video. But,
Gosh, how dare you.
I know. You can hear more of my disjointed thoughts in my Brutal Mario Let's Play, which you should totally check out.
It's brutal.
This is from our friends over at firstpersongamers.com. And apparently Crytek has come out, well, they told Game Informer, which, weirdly enough, I didn't find the article on their website. But the CEO of Crytek, Sivat Yurli.
Is that a joke?
No, like...
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Is that a Star Wars name? Like, he sounds like a Star Wars alien.
Isn't Crytek...
They're
Swedish?
out there. Yeah, they're over there somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But anyways, they own the rights to Time Splitters.
How dare they?
And he says that they would consider making an HD collection with
Gun
Time Splitters
Game.
1, 2, and 3.
Oh my god.
If they could get a fan petition with 300,000 signatures on it.
Easy.
If the petition picks up, he says, it will be an even better
Grab
argument
execute
for
authority.
us. Apparently he's a big fan of Time Splitters 2, and he'd really like to see it happen, but it would be difficult. That's what he said. As a business decision, it would be difficult.
Why?
If they could get the petition together, again, putting it on the fans, which I don't like. Like, if you're gonna make a statement like that, maybe you should have an official petition.
Right, and say you're definitely going to make it. You know what I mean? Because that's going to be so upsetting to me, because I love those games.
Right. He says if they could get the petition together, I would be very happy to put it in front of decision makers in the company, key stakeholders, and say, look here, this is how it is, let's make it now.
Wait, isn't he the key stakeholder and decision maker?
I mean, I get that, like, he's the CEO and you need investors and money and all that, but, you know, I'm no expert on video game budgets.
That's
I know
for
that
sure.
many of them are blown out of proportion.
Yes.
Yeah. Barely manage my own budget. But, you know, an HD collection, I can't imagine that costing that much.
No, you already have all the...
Now, you want to do it right.
Sure.
Otherwise, you're going to have a disaster that is the Silent Hill HD collection, at least on the
Ooh.
Xbox.
Yeah, that's
which isn't even getting patched. Which is a series I would actually like to play, because I've never played any of them.
It's
Silent
freaky.
Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't either.
But considering the 360 version is so broken, like, I don't really have a way to play them.
No, you do not.
So you want to make sure that they're done right. But I can't imagine it costing that much. I mean, excuse me. This is a company that makes Crysis,
Yeah.
and they're backed by EA.
Right.
According to Wikipedia, this is
It's a reliable source.
A very reliable source. We have our facts here. As of June 30th, 2011, over 3 million copies of Crysis 2 have been sold across all platforms.
Nice.
That was over
Goodness.
a year ago. They sold over 3 million copies at least $60.
Yeah, so they made a lot of money.
You telling me you can't divert, even if it costs $1 million,
Right.
which, you know, for me is a crazy amount of money, but when you're working on a scale like them,
Right.
that's nothing. That's chump change. Like,
Right.
You can't divert that to a Time Splitters HD
Right.
re-release.
Right.
Hurts
Yeah.
me.
I don't know. I desperately hope that they make this, though, because those games were so fun. They were so smooth. They had a map, like a random map generator, so you could have, like, even back on this is on Xbox One. Future Perfect was on Xbox One. That was the last Time Splitters that it was made. They had a map generator that could generate random maps for custom matchmaking. So, like, you could play a different map all the time. And they had a map maker. Oh my god, it was awesome. And they had, like, the best modes. They had, like, an invasion-type mode. They had objective-based modes. Like, it was so fun. And it's, like, cartoony, but it also has really well-balanced guns. And it was just fantastic.
I remember enjoying it a lot.
It was-
I really
it's so
hope that
fun. So
They
fun.
actually do this.
So fun. Okay, so what are we going to be playing this week, folks?
I wonder. I don't know.
Yeah.
Halo 4 and Black Ops for me, probably a little more Black Ops.
Yeah, because you
than
hate Halo.
4. No.
Yeah, that's true.
I am not a
Don't
Halo
listen to her,
hater.
folks.
Hater.
At Andrea Musolf.
No, I have to admit though,
Here we go.
I've been no. Let me finish, Mike.
I am.
I've been playing a lot of Black Ops the past day and a half or so. So I kind of miss Halo 4. I need to go back and play some SWAT. So I think it'll be a lot of alternating between both games for me this week.
Cool. Greg?
Both of those.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna play some Killer 7 here in a minute.
That's
yeah,
true.
right, yeah.
And some Brutal Mario.
Cool.
Nice.
So that's my week, I think.
Cool.
You?
I am going to jump back into some Battlefield 3 because I haven't played it in a very long time now. And I'm really liking Halo Spartan Ops, so I'm going to play some more of that, and I'm going to get into the Team Snipers playlist hopper once that gets updated, which I believe is today or maybe tomorrow.
Team Snipers scares me a little bit.
I love
have
Team
to admit.
Snipers. Oh, it's so fun.
It's too scary.
I suck at it, but it's super fun. So I'm going to look forward to playing some of that, and of course some Call of Duty, because I want to prestige once by the end of next week, so I'm at level 33 or something like that, so yeah, so that'll be my goal for this week, is to prestige once in Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Cool,
Nice.
Cool.
Alright, folks, so make sure to like us on our, where do you like us? You like us on Facebook, don't you?
Everywhere.
Yeah, and check us out on
YouTube for the video portion of this. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Check us out at MondayMooCast.com.
iTunes.
iTunes, you can download the audio version on iTunes.
Absolutely, we're everywhere.
This week, again, every Wednesday, we're going to have about 30 minutes Let's Play of Killer 7. So if you want to see something weird, you should check that out.
Yes.
It's really weird.
Yes, it is.
Also, make sure to have a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, have a great Thanksgiving. Eat
Yeah,
lots of
that's
turkey
right,
for
that's
us. Play
sweet.
some Halo.
Yes, lots of Halo.
All right, guys.
Done.
Take care. We are signing off.